Hey, Coach. Earlier this season, we spoke to your players about the Ole Miss game feeling like a rivalry because it's been close as of late. Do you kind of take that into consideration when you talk about rivalries? Do they need to be competitive, in your opinion?
Well, I think this, if you're talking about this one, it's been very competitive. I can remember 2 games that we had here. One, a year when we won the national championship, we had to block a field goal to win the game at the end of the game. And the last time we played here, we had like a 7-point game or whatever, a very close game, right down to the end. So I don't necessarily, I think that players get up for games because of the competition and maybe the games that they've had with them in the past. I think when you have rivalry games that have tradition associated with them for many, many, many years, that there's a different kind of motivation for those kinds of games. But I also think that the 2 games that we've had here lately, same kind of situation. Their team is pretty much a 500 team, and we're pretty much where we are, and we struggle to beat them. So, I think you all, like always, you're always looking for all these assumptions that you make because they have issues, they have problems of some kind of way. Why can't that be a great motivating factor for them and they come and play their best game of the year? Y'all ever think of that? Or just, so you can look at the glass half empty or half full, not to get to the Coke bottle.
We will wrap up the back of the show.
We've seen 6 top 10 teams lose to unranked programs the last 2 weeks. In your career, what have you found has been key to keeping a team motivated regardless of opponent, regardless of circumstance?
Well, I think that's the challenge. And, not to belabor or beat a dead horse, but the rat poison that we talked about, the external factors that are out there that talks about what you all talk about, like they got all these problems, so, it should be, we just show up and flip the coin, and I don't know why we would even play the game because of all the assumptions that get made. Well, if our players think that way, how are they going to play? Are they going to play to the standard that they need to play to? So I think that's the challenge. And I think, when you listen to Washington State's coach talk after the game, that's what he's talking about. So, you got to give the other team credit. You got to respect your opponent, and you got to play to a high standard all the time. And that's the challenge. And I think what people don't really understand is it's not the human condition to be that way. The human condition for everybody is to survive. All right, that's how we all got here. That's how we all started. That's what we all want to do. It wasn't to be the best that you could be or win the championship. That's special. All right, so to get a group of people to be special all the time, in every situation, with all the noise and external factors and all the stuff that's out there, it's a real challenge. And that's why people in the top 10 get beat every week, and that's what we're trying to avoid by having the right psychological disposition to what we have to do to play at a high standard, regardless of what anybody else's circumstances are, and to try to block out all the noise that gets created, which we appreciate because it creates interest in our game. So I really do respect and appreciate every one of you. Do I agree with you? Not always. Is that it?
That's it.
Thank you.